Okay, welcome to 3.4. We are going to talk about triangle midsegments. So, first we need to know what a midsegment is. So, the midsegment connects midpoint of one side to midpoint of another side. So, this DE here would be the midsegment. So, D is the midpoint of CA, E is the midpoint of CB. We connect those and we get our midsegment. So, if we have that midsegment, there's two things that we need to know. First, it's that DE is parallel to AB. So I'm going to draw in these arrows here. That shows us that those two are parallel. And DE is 1/2 of AB. So if AB is 10, DE has to be 5. It's half the length of the side that it's parallel to. Okay, so when we look at this, you might see a problem like this. What are 3 pairs of parallel segments? Or it could say, name a pair of parallel segments. So if we look at 1, we're going to take each side. So DF is going to be parallel to RS. Okay, then we could look at DE, right? That's going to be parallel to TS. So DE parallel to TS. And then the third and last set that we have would be EF and RT. Okay, I guess I should be putting these lines over because these are segments. So that's my bad for not doing that from before. Okay, and this, again, this sign that looks like 11 just means parallel to. So there's the 3 pairs of parallel segments that we have when we have these midpoints. So DF, the bottom, is going to be parallel to RS. DE is parallel to TS. And EF is parallel to RT. Okay, now this is going to say, what is the measure of angle VUO? So that's VUO, that's this angle right here. Why is this something that we know? Well, we just spent time in that last example saying we have these parallel lines, right? When we have parallel lines and a transversal or a line cutting through them, we know certain things about the angles pairs that we have. So this 65 is going to be congruent to angle VUO because those are corresponding angles. So again, this is just showing you that the things that we learned in previous units aren't going away. We will see them continuously. So since this is 65, the measure of angle VUO has to be 65 degrees as well. Okay, I could do that over here too. If I said this one was 90, right, this one would have to be 90 also because those are corresponding angles. You would just have a different oops, let me try that again. Different transversal. That's a little better. Okay, now let's look at the side lengths here. So we have 3 side lengths missing. Let's start with QR. Okay, always find the side that it's parallel to or the midsegment that it's parallel to. That's going to give you the information. So since I know that the midsegment is 30, in order to find the missing side, I need to double it. So QR would just be 30 times 2, which is 60. Okay, now TU is a midsegment. So I'm going to find the side that it's parallel to. Now I know the side is 40. So in order to find the midsegment, I'm going to take 40 divided by 2. And that gives me 20. So all I'm doing is either multiplying or dividing by 2. Okay, UB, same thing. So here's the side that it's parallel to. I know that this is 50. So I'm just going to take 50 divided by 2. And I get 25. Okay, so anytime you know the side, you're going to divide by 2. Anytime you know the midsegment, you're going to multiply by 2. And that's as straightforward as it gets. Okay, we're going to see a lot of these with variables in them. It's a good opportunity to practice our algebra. So again, here's my midsegment, here's the side that it's parallel to, so they have a relationship. I know that if I take the midsegment times 2, it's going to equal the side. So I'm just going to plug in what I know. So the midsegment is 8 times 2, and that has to equal that 5x minus 4. Okay, so I get 16 equals 5x minus 4. Add 4 to both sides. So x equals 4. Okay, and again, always good to double check. So if I plug in 4 here, I get 20 minus 4, which is 16, and 16 divided by 2 is 8. So those two work. They have the relationship that they should. Okay, last one. Now maybe the only difference here is that we have a variable on the midsegment and a variable on the bottom, but it's going to be the exact same idea. So here's my midsegment, here's my side length. I'm still just going to take the midsegment times 2, and that's going to equal the side length, right? So midsegment, which is x minus 1, times 2, and that has to equal that x plus 5. Okay, so before we solve this, I want to distribute this too. Okay, you have to distribute because there's 2 terms in there. So 2 times x is just 2x. 2 times -1 is -2. Okay, now I have x's on both sides, so I'm going to bring this x over. So x minus 2 equals 5. Add the 2, and x equals 7. Again, always a good idea to double check our work. So x minus 1, that would give me 6 here, and x plus 5, that would give me 12 here, and that's perfect because that's the relationship we want to have. Okay, so that's pretty much it for midsegments. We will do some more of this in class, so I will see you in a bit.